Welcome to a 1000 point Necrons v Tyranids Warhammer battle report. Let's take a look at the armies. Starting with the Tyranids. Firstly, we'll just go through the models, even though this is a Carnifex model, as is this, and that one, and that one. They are all going to be proxying as Tervigons, as we don't have the models. Termagants, also Termagants, not Hormagants, also Termagants, not Gene Stealers. HQ, 1 Tervigon, Adrenal Glands, Toxin Sacs, Cluster Spines. Troops choices, 3 squads of 10 Termagants, no further upgrades. Also, 3 more Tervigons, also with Adrenal Glands and Toxin Sacs, and more Cluster Spines. And in reserve, 1 Doom of Malantai in a Mycetic Spore. That is 1000 points of Tyranid. We've swapped out the Dominion Psychic Power and rolled on the Biomancy table, which is why these have numbers, to remind me of what's got what. Okay, the HQ Tervigon has the Warp Speed Psychic Power, as does Tervigon number 1. Tervigon number 2 has Endurance, and Tervigon number 3 has Iron Arm. On the Necron side, 1000 points of Necrons. This is a generic Overlord. I'm using the Nemesis Zendrek model just because he looks awesome. So, generic Overlord with Mind Shackle Scarabs and the Sempiternal Weave for a 2+ armor save, as well as a War Scythe. Troops, we have a squad of 9 warriors, being led by a Cryptek, Harbinger of Destruction. No other upgrades, so he has that lovely Strength 8 AP2 weapon. Another squad of 10 warriors, and a squad of 7 Immortals, being led by a Cryptek upgraded to a Harbinger of Despair, and he is armed with the Veil of Darkness. In the Elites choices, we have a squad of 5 Lychguard with the Dispersion Shields and Hyperphase Swords. Heavy support, we have the Annihilation Barge. It's armed with an underslung Gauss cannon instead of the Tesla cannon. And in reserve, 5 DeathMarks. And yes, 4 of them are missing heads. They're not quite finished yet. That is 1000 points of Necrons. The game type we're playing is Purge the Alien, so kill points basically. So let's get a little look at the enemy from the Tyranid lines. Ow, I just kicked a chair. That was really painful. And from the Necron lines. This is classed as a ruin. This is open terrain but impassable to tanks. Ruin. This is normal 5+ cover, 5+ cover. Another ruin, 5+ cover, 5+ cover. Difficult when trying to pass the fence, as it's just a low barricade. 5+ cover. We're going to treat this as line of sight blocking, so even though you can see through it, we're going to treat that as you can't. And that is the battlefield. Let us commence fighting. Tyranids failed to seize initiative. Necrons turn 1. Necron turn 1 movement. Pretty straightforward. We've all moved up a little bit so we can make sure everybody's in range of the enemy, and then we'll just start moving backwards as they advance. So, starting with some shooting. Immortals can all see that very large Tervigon over there, and I've measured it already. We're in 24 inches. Let's see if we can do any damage. Got 7 Immortals, that's 7 shots. Hitting on a 3. Five hits. Strength 5. Tervigon's a toughness 6, so I'm wounding on a 5. Oh, nothing. Okay, that was good. Warriors reccuring, shooting at the HQ Tervigon. They're all in 24-inch range. It's 1 shot each. Hit on a 3. Six hits. Strength 4, toughness 6, wounding on 6s. Two. Tervigons have 3+ armour save. Oh, 1 wound. Excellent. There's 1 wound on the Tervigon. Next up, we're going to have the Annihilation Barge shoot at this Tervigon. The black dice is the Warriors Destructek, the 2 red dice is the Gauss cannon. Needing 3s to hit, snap firing on the red because the barge moved. Red dice missed. 1 miss on the black, but it is twin linked. Still a miss, however, we got 2 6s, and thanks to the Tesla rule, that means we get 2 extra hits for each 6. Let's get rid of that. Warriors Destructek is strength 7, so it's wounding on a 3. Four wounds. 3 up save on the Tervigon. 1 wound goes through. There's 1 wound on the Tervigon. Now also, thanks to the arc rule on the Warriors Destructors, I now roll a d6 for everything within 6 inches of the initial target. So that means this Tervigon, those Termagants, yes, I think that is in. Which means also the second squad of Termagants. So if I roll a 6, they take damage too. So on this one, nope. On these gaunts, nope. On these gaunts, nope. And on the HQ Tervigon, no. No arcing for the Warriors Destructek today. And lastly, for the Necron shooting, squad of 9 warriors plus the Eldritch Lance on the same target. That's 9 shots for the warriors plus 1 for the Eldritch Lance from the Cryptek, all hitting on 3s. The black dice need a 6 to wound, the red dice are strength 8, so needs a 2. And 1 dice managed to miss. Typical. 1 6. 3+ save on the Tervigon. Necron assault phase, obviously no assaults, so then Tyranids turn 1.
putting the camera back on for this because I think the camera's good luck. I've had some rotten luck with this. I haven't quite finished the movement, but this HQ Tervigon, that's what I rolled, 4. So there they are, 4. This one, I managed to roll 3 ones. So there's my 3. Absolutely ridiculous. So before I roll for the last one, I'm going to roll this while the camera is on to see if I get a better result. 3, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot better, and no doubles rolled. Definitely the camera is good luck. Right, I'll place those and finish the movements. Okay, end of Tyranid movement. This is what the board looks like. So they've moved up as far as they can. The back gaunts have moved up. Those pesky 4 have moved up. Those terrible 3 have moved up. So yeah, now onto the shooting phase, or as some Horde players like to call the running phase. So this squad is going to run 6 inches. That squad's going to run 1 inch. So not only have I spawned 4, but they're not even going to get very far. The 3 is going to run. Another, what is it about small groups getting low run rolls? And these do not have fleets because they're not Termagants, these are only Termagants. That squad, 3 inches. Okay. This Tervigon, 5 inches. This Tervigon, 4 inches. This one, 3 inches. Now I could roll the previous 2 Tervigons, again because they have fleets thanks to warp speed, but I think they're good enough rolls, to be honest. Right, last Tervigon, another 1 inch. Okay, and then the back gaunts, 4 inches, 2 inches, and 6 inches. Although they're not going to get very far because, yeah. Okay, I'll move these all up and then we'll see how we go. Okay, this is how far everybody's moved up after the running phase. Closing in on the target. Can the Necrons shooting really stem the flow of gaunts? Okay, so as there's no assault, that goes on to Necron turn 2. Now let's see if the DeathMarks are going to come in. Before we place them, however, there is one thing I forgot to do. This Tervigon has It Will Not Die, and I need to roll for that after the assault phase. So on a 5+, he regains a wound. Well, would you look at that? One fully healed Tervigon. Reserve rolls, DeathMarks, 3+. The DeathMarks are coming in. The DeathMarks are going to deep strike here, rolling for scatter. 3 inches that way. We'll see how that goes. End of Necron movement phase. Everyone's basically retreated. The Lychguard have spread out in a line to protect the warriors, and then they can charge left or charge right wherever the help is needed. So, on to the Necron shooting phase. Let's see what we can do. Starting here, 5 DeathMarks in rapid fire range of this Tervigon. 10 dice, hitting on a 3. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is I actually marked this target, so I'm going to be wounding it on a 2, regardless of his toughness 9. Only 5 hits. Okay, so we're wounding on 2s, 6s are rending because these are sniper weapons. There's a rend, there's another rend, there's 3 wounds. So that's 2 wounds gone through, as rending is resolved at AP2, plus 3 armor saves on the Tervigon. And another wound goes through, so that's 3 wounds. Here we are, 3 wounds on Tervigon number 3. 3 wounds left. Unfortunately, I think the DeathMarks are probably going to be charged. Anyway, moving on. We'll have the Annihilation Barge shoot at that Tervigon right there. Now remember, it hasn't moved this turn, so the red dice will also be hitting on a 3. So red dice is the Tesla cannon, the Gauss cannon, black dice, the twin link Tesla Destructek. Twin linked on the black, or not in this case, wasn't very good. Strength 7 on the black, needing 3s to wound. Strength 5 on the red, needing a 5 to wound. Ah, damn it, those are AP3. 2 wounds. Tervigon needing a 3 to save. Both saved. Now we go roll for the arc of the weapon. Arc onto this squad here. No. Arc onto this squad here. No. And arc onto this here. Yes. How many shots? 4. That's a strength 5. It's already hit, so it's just wounding on a 5. And saving on a 3. Both saved. Rolling for arc on this squad. No. And that's probably out of 6 inches. I'll roll anyway. No. Okay, right, next we'll go over to the Immortal. Ten shots, hitting on a 3. That was appalling. Strength 4, it's going to wound on a 6. No wounds. This squad of warriors is going to shoot at that squad of gaunts. After measuring, the closest warrior is actually in rapid fire range, so he's going to make up for the one that can't see. So we've got 9 shots plus 1 Eldritch Lance from the Cryptek. Hitting on a 3, as always. The Eldritch Lance misses. That is appalling, only 3 hits. Wounding on a 3, because it's strength 4 versus toughness 3. Well, bloody hell. 1 wound. And is the closest model in cover. Closest model being, I should suspect this one, in cover. And he makes it. That's the end of Necron shooting. Not too much happened there. Pretty much took out all of those gaunts. Obviously they're still fearless because they're within synapse, and didn't fail to hurt that, and fail to hurt that. So I think now the charges might begin. Let's see what the Tyranids can do. Starting with the psychic powers, we have warp speed. No, failed. Warp speed passes. Feel no pain, plus it will not die, plus relentless on that squad there. Passes. That squad now has feel no pain. And this is casting Iron Arm. That's a pass, barely. Okay, now spawning gaunts. This one can still spawn gaunts. Might move the other things out of the way first. Okay, now we've made a bit of room. I've moved up everything that can't spawn any more gaunts. And I've left the ones that are still yet to spawn. So this one, spawning gaunts, 3d6. Still no double, pretty damn good. I've deployed 12 more gaunts, and the Tervigon then moved up behind them. So next, this one over here, I think it's time to spawn something to eat those DeathMarks. Let's see how many we get. And again, no doubles. Okay, there we are with 8 Gaunts, and the Tervigon's moved up, and I've just realised I didn't roll for how much strength and toughness he gains from his iron arm, so we'll do that now. D3, he's now toughness 9, and what's his strength? 5, so he's now strength 8. Those DeathMarks are about to have a very bad day. Right, I think that's movement done. Let's go on to some running / shooting. Starting with this squad here, we're going to run a massive inch. You big dog. Okay, I think I'll charge with those two. They'll probably be killed in Overwatch, but what the hell. That squad, I'm going to run closer to the Immortals. Well, hey. It's 18 rapid firing guns from the Warriors and 1 Eldritch Lance hitting on 6. Five hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 2 wounds. Take it from the closest. They are not in cover. You can draw a straight line, no impeding terrain. There is a bit because there's a flyer in the way, but I would say that's 1 dead. Next closest is the white one. Still nothing in the way. Now the assault. 8 inches. I don't think that's in range. And neither's that. If the flyer hadn't been there, don't know why I keep calling it a flyer, it's a skimmer, then that would have been fine. Only by a little bit. Actually, that's debatable as well. But they have to go around it. There's not enough room for error, unfortunately. That is a failed charge. Okay, end of assault. Okay, let's do this assault. Okay, the Gaunts, being initiative 6, will get to go first. Except for those, because they clipped the terrain, they will actually strike last. Now these 3 are within 6 inches of this Tervigon, so benefits from his Toxin, Sacs and Adrenal Glands. These 4, however, are too far from him and from him to benefit, so I'm going to have to roll these separately anyway. First, 3 attacks. That's 6 for the charge. Weapon skill is 3, so they're hitting on 4s. And because they benefit from the Toxin, Sacs and Adrenal Glands, they are now strength 4, so they wound on a 4, re-rolling. They're toughness 5, they wouldn't get to re-roll. So, 1 wound, saving on a 3, he makes it. So now, the Lychguard get to go next. So they make their 2-inch pile-in, the 3-inch pile-in even. That's fine. They get 2 attacks each because there are 2 separate squads here. So what I have to do is this Lychguard is attacking this squad, as is the Overlord, and these 4 are going to have to attack the other squad. 1 Lychguard and 1 Overlord hitting on 3s. Both wounding on 2s. There's only 3 in that squad, so that squad's dead. 4 Lychguard attacking the other squad, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. That's 4, even without that one. So that squad is also dead. D6 consolidation, 6 inches. I think it's time we killed something important. Necrons turn 3. Well, rewind that. We still haven't done this yet. Gaunts are hitting the DeathMarks on a 4. Now they benefit from the Adrenal Glands and the Toxin Sacs on the Tervigon. So they're wounding on the 4s and they get to reroll. DeathMarks save on a 3+. All saved. Now the DeathMarks get to attack back. DeathMarks get their 3-inch pile in, so we're going to move him around to there. Now they unfortunately can't pile in because they're already in base contact, which is a shame because these guys marked this Tervigon. They also wound it on a 2 in close combat. So these 2 are going to strike the Tervigon, these 2 are going to strike the Termagants. So we're going to do this one first. That's only 1 attack each, so still a slim chance of it happening. But the weapon skill on the Tervigon is only 3, so I'm hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 2s, 2 wounds, Tervigon saves on a 3+. 1 wound. 2 attacks against the Gaunts, also hitting on 3s, 2 hits, wounding on a 3, 2 wounds, the Gaunts save on a 6. No. So we've already put our extra wound on, and that's 2 dead Termagants. Now he gets to attack back. He gets 3 attacks on the charge, I believe. Nope, it's 3 attacks base, 4 for the charge. Weapon skill is hitting me on a 4. And he's actually strength 8 at the moment because of iron arm, so he's wounding me on a 2 anyway. And I don't get saves against this because he's a very large beastie. And I have to take it from the closest first, or at least the ones in base contact. So that's 2 DeathMarks down. Looks like I lost combat. So -2 to my leadership makes leadership 8. Do I break? I do. Can they catch me on an initiative test? are initiative 2 plus 8. They are initiative 6. He's initiative 1. So it's up to them. They're going to have to roll. Well, that'll do. 9, they caught me. DeathMarks are wiped out. Consolidation on the Tervigon and on the Termagants. That's consolidation. This is the board at the end of turn 2. Tyranids are fast approaching the Necron lines. I just realised I've forgotten to roll for reserves for Tyranids turn 2. That is quite a doozy. We'll have to roll for it next turn. Necrons turn 3. End of Necron movement. Everything's just pulled backwards, getting ready to fire another volley into the oncoming horde of Tyranids. Starting with the Immortals, we're in rapid fire range. His flamer is not this time. But hopefully we should be able to rapid fire that squad off the board. Hitting on a 3. Weapons are strength 5s, they're wounding on 2s, and they are not getting cover from this. That's 9 wounds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that leaves 3. Yes, those are flayed ones, they are actually Termagants in this. We're going to have him shoot the oncoming squad of Gauss. Now we know Feel No Pain was cast on those last time, however this is strength 7, so it's going to negate the Feel No Pain due to instant death. The Barge did move this turn, so the red dice are hitting on 6s, the rest 3s. With a little twin linked. Or not. All wounding on 2s. Oh, for goodness sake. 6 to save on the Gauss. Nope, that's 3 dead. Doesn't get a save from the red dice because it's AP3. Oh, it's only strength 5. So actually they get Feel No Pain. Bravo. Put you back. Does it arc onto the squad behind? No. Does it arc onto the big guy? No. That's all that's in range. I'm going to shoot this squad at the big guy. They're out of rapid fire range, that's 9 shots plus the crit deck. On a 3. Oh, for goodness sake. Urgh. 35 points of critical miss. Fantastic. Wounding on 6s. Wonderful. Due to that performance, I think I'm going to have this squad shoot here. 10 shots, no one's in rapid fire range. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. All wound. Are they getting cover? No. In fact, that's all that's in that squad, so no. Feel No Pain. Nice. Only 1 dies. End of Necron shooting. Not too many Tyranid casualties except for that blob, which is pretty important. The squad declaring assault. It's armed with a blast, so it can't overwatch. And they're moving through difficult terrain, but they're pretty close. and they move 3 inches. Or it was okay. Now I've been really stupid here. This guy has Mind Shackle Scarabs, but is not going to get to use it because I put him at the back of the squad. Okay, as I'm going through difficult terrain, and I'm Necron, so I'm initiative 2 anyway. Oh, Tervigons are initiative 1 actually, so, well, we're attacking at the same time, how about that? If I'm not mistaken, he cast this last time, and I didn't roll the D3 for initiative. See what that is now? So he gains 1 to his initiative, so he's actually initiative 2. Makes a difference because he now gets to attack first. So he gets 3 attacks base, hitting on 4s, all hit. He's strength 6, wounding on 2s. Strength is 5, so needed a 4 to wound. However, he is armed with Toxin Sacs, so he gets to re-roll these. Oh, for goodness sake. Tervigon can't even wound a Lychguard. Okay, Lychguard's turn to strike back. Lychguard's 2 attacks base, +1 for charging, and I actually need an extra dice for my Overlord, but I'll re-roll 1. Hitting on 3s. I'll re-roll this one because he should actually get 4 dice. No, still a miss. I'm strength 5, he's toughness 6, I need 5s to wound. The Overlord is armed with a War Scythe, who's strength 7, so he needs a 3 to wound. AP3, AP2, that's 3 wounds on the HQ Tervigon, and he already has 1 wound from before. There's 4 wounds on his base. He lost combat, but thanks to being in Synapse, well, he's a Synapse creature, he's fearless. He does not run away. That's the end of the assault. That's Tyranid, turn 3. Let's actually roll for... no, let's not roll for reserves. He automatically comes on. Because I forgot him last time. That can be the Necron's punishment. Spore pod. Yeah, right there. Scatter. Oh man. Okay, we scatter 11 inches that way, which puts me on, oh look, impassable terrain because they're models. So you auto-correct the minimum distance, which puts it there, being an inch away, more or less. Do have to take a dangerous terrain test. That's on the floor, let's try that again. And he's fine. The Doom of Malantai then disembarks 6 inches, staring straight at the warriors. Okay, I've done some moving. They've moved up, they've moved up, these have moved up as well as him, and those have moved up. Now, psychic power, let's see if we can speed up his initiative. Yes, his initiative is increased by 2, so he will be attacking before the Necrons again. Let's do the same with this one, and he also gets to spawn gaunts this turn. So, psychic test passed, so he speeds himself up by 1, so he's now initiative 2. Well, and he gets to spawn some gaunts. And still no doubles. Another 9 gaunts coming out of him. Okay. There's his 9 gaunts. Now, over here, again, no doubles. I rolled 10. Let's just put on his Iron Arm. Passed. He's gone up to toughness 8. And he's going to put Feel No Pain. I'm going to put Feel No Pain on this guy here. That's passed. So if he survives this combat, not sure he will, he could even regenerate one of his wounds. At the beginning of every shooting phase, which is now for the Tyranids, including the foes, every enemy unit within 6 inches of the Doom of Malantai must take a leadership test on 3d6. If the test has failed, the unit suffers a single wound for each point they fail by, with no armor saves allowed. Sounds pretty exciting. Every enemy non-vehicle unit within 6 inches. Does that include the Lychguard? Oh, it does. Optimum positioning. Okay. Warriors. Leadership 10. Failed it by 1. No saves allowed. That's 1 Necron down, and the Doom has just gained a wound. These warriors. Passes the test. The Immortals. 4, 8, 9. Passes. The Lychguard squad. Passes. Okay, on with the shooting attack. He is now going to use his psychic power to blast this squad. It's a bit close. Let's hope for no scatter. But first I have to take a psychic test, which he promptly passes. The warriors get to deny it on a 6, which they do not. And then we see if it scatters. Where did that go? His ballistic skill is 4, so no, it doesn't scatter. So this was on target. At the time he used the psychic power, he had 5 wounds. That makes the strength of the blast 5. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 warriors are underneath there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Strength 5, their toughness is 4. It's wounding on a 3, and it's AP 1, so they're not going to get any saves against this. Ouch. It's also covering 1 immortal, so again, 3 to wound. Ouch. Okay, so 6 warriors are dead and 1 immortal. Okay, so making the psychic attack, the Doom of Malantai loses D3 wounds, 3, so he now has 2 wounds left, but he just killed 7, so he now goes up to 9 wounds. So he now has 9 wounds. That's devastating. Ha, that is the Doom. Okay. Repentacles, or whatever they're called, have a 6-inch range. Oh, what do you know? They're in range. Mycetic, Spore, Repentacles, Assault 6, Strength 6. He's hitting on a 5 though. 1. Wounding on a 2. It wounds. It's AP dash, so I get a 4+ save, which I fail. That's another warrior down. Those warriors are getting mauled, absolutely mauled. This squad of 3 is going to shoot the Immortals. 3 attacks, hit on 4s. They'll miss, fantastic. These are going to do the same. Let me just check the range. The back one is out of range, so 8 shots hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Saving on 3s. All saved. These guys are going to run 5 inches. He's going to join this assault. He's already locked. He's going to use his cluster spines on this squad. Tasty. Does it scatter? Subtract 3, so it scatters 4 inches. Right in front of that, and that warrior's gun. Covers 3. It's strength 5. It wounds on a 3. Three wounds. I get to save on a 4+. 1 down. These 6 shooting here on a 3. Sorry, on a 4. Wounding on 4s. Come back here. 2 wounds, saving on a 4. 1 down. Probably that one. The squad doing the same. Hitting on 4. Wounding on 4s. So now saving on 4s. 1 down. They ran, he ran, they ran. End of shooting phase. The Tyranids have closed the gap and the Necrons are now feeling their casualties. Okay, let's do some break tests on the 2 guys left here. They hold, and on this squad here. Where did that dice go? Oh, they hold. 3 reanimation protocols there. Nope. 8 reanimation protocols for 6 on the warriors there. On 5+. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 get back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 here. Yes, he gets back up. Tyranid assault phase. This guy assaulting, overwatching. 12 rapid fire shots, 1 Eldritch Lance, hitting on 6. 1. Wounding on a 6. No. Assault distance. 5 inches. That is not enough. Assault distance. 10 inches. Plenty, I would say, as they're only 5 inches away. Rah. Who's next? Can you even assault? Is it even worth assaulting? Just checking his... After checking his stats, I think it is worth assaulting, because now he has 9 wounds. He can use his strength 9 attacks in close combat, and his absorb life works also in close combat, and will still work during the Necron shooting phase. So, declaring charge here, Warriors overwatching. 12 rapid fire shots, hitting on 6s. Got 4. It's wounding on a 4. 2, and the Doom saves on a 3. Saved. Charge distance. Plenty. Declaring charge. They'll probably die to Overwatch. 14 shots from the Immortals, hitting on 6s. 2. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds, no armour saves as it's AP4, plus D3 from the Abyssal Staff Flamer. 2. Wounding against Leadership 6, so wounding on 2s, AP1. They're dead. As expected. Assaulting, I think even if I roll a double 1, he's going to get in. He's got move through cover, and he's moving through cover, so 4, and he's assaulting through cover. 4 dice, pick the 2 lowest. 6 inches. Yeah, he's in. And they're doing the same. They won't have to move through cover, so they're in. Termagants go first, as their initiative 6. Only 4 of them can actually make it into combat though. So that's 8 attacks, hitting on 4s. Because of the Adrenal Glands, they're strength 4, they're wounding on 5s. 1 wound, saving on a 3+. Okay, initiative 2 is next. Which would be the Lychguard and this Tervigon at the same time. We'll do the Tervigon first. He gets 3 attacks. He's hitting on 4s. He's wounding on 3s, re-rolling because of Toxin Sacs. 2 wounds, saving on a 4+ invulnerable. 2 Lychguard go down. But they will get to attack back because it's the same initiative. So we'll now do them next. 4 Lychguard attacks are going on him. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 going on him. The other Lychguard and the Overlord is going for the other one. Because he wasn't in base contact with him at the start of the fight, the Mind Shackle Scarabs again weren't able to go off. So, hitting that Tervigon on a 3. Blimey, that's pretty good. And wounding it on a 5. That's not very good. 1 wound, AP3. But I did cast Endurance on him earlier, so he does have a 5+ feel no pain. Ah, which he gets. Rubbish. Okay. 2 Lychguard and the Overlord against the other Tervigon, hitting on a 3. 1 miss. Needing a 5 on the black and a 3 on the red because of the War Scythe. That sucks. 1 wound. Now the other Tervigon fighting back. So this one fighting back. Hitting on a 4. Wounding on a 3 because he charged this turn, which means he's now 1 strength higher, and he gets to re-roll this because of Toxin Sacs. 2 wounds. I've got 2 models in base contact. I'm taking it on the Lychguard. I'll rule it 1 at a time though because they are single wound models. That's a 4 plus invulnerable save, which I fail. So the Lychguard goes down, and which means the Overlord has to take the other one, and he does not have an invulnerable save, so he just takes a wound. There's his wound. Now I lost 3 Lychguard and took a wound, and I put a wound on both Tervigons, so I actually lost combat by 2, but the Lychguard are fearless, so we stay in combat. So do the 3 Lychguard that fell, get back up on a 5 plus. Oh man, these Lychguard should be tearing away at these Tervigons, and it's just not happening. How very disappointing. Next combat. The Doom of Malantai in close combat against the Warriors. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I have no idea what his stats are. 4 attacks for charging. Weapon skill 4. Hitting the Warriors on a 4. And as he's strength 9, he's wounding them on a 2. Oh, 1 down. Now they pile in. 5 Warriors attacking back. Hitting on a 4. He's only toughness 4, so I'm wounding on 4s. And the Doom is saving on a 3. Oh, that's no good. That puts him down to 7 wounds. The Doom lost combat. Is he fearless? He is fearless. Good. Final combat. 6 Termagants versus these Warriors. They are within 6 inches of this Tervigon, so they benefit from his Toxin Sacs and Adrenal Glands. 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. They're now strength 4 thanks to Adrenal Glands, so they're wounding on 4s and re-rolling thanks to Toxin Sacs. And it helped. They all wound. The Warriors will save on a 4 plus. 2 down. Pile in. 5 attacks coming back. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Termagants save it on a 6. 1 down. That's a drawn combat. No, it's not. I lost by 1. I say I. Necron lost. Fine, I'll take you. Lost by 1. So, on a leadership of 9, do Necron's break. Oh, They do. This is not a good sign for the Necrons. Initiative test. 7 for the Necrons. There's no point rolling. Termagants have initiative 6. They only need a 1 to catch them. So no regrouping for the Warriors. I say no regrouping, I mean no reanimation for the Warriors. The Cryptek does have Ever Living, so he has a chance to come back. That's 3-inch consolidation on the Termagants. Now let's see if he's going to come back. 5+. He does. Ready for a point blank shot with his Eldritch Lance. 1 warrior here. He comes back. End of the Tyranid turn. Heavy losses on the Necron side here. Got 1 shooty squad tied up. The Immortals are still free. Let's see what the Necrons can do. Necron turn 4. If I don't break everything. Before we do that, however, it will not die on the HQ Tervigon. He does not regain a wound. Now it's Necron turn 4. These Immortals are going to get closed in before long, so they are going to run away. Using the Veil of Darkness on the Cryptek, we're going to leave our brethren behind, land here, and take some shots at the back of this Tervigon. See if we can bring the damn thing down. If any models land actually on the fence, it's going to be counted as dangerous terrain, but here, this area is not dangerous terrain. Seven inches towards the Tervigon. Oh dear, doesn't look like I'm going to be getting out of getting assaulted. 7 inches. There they are. I've decided to put the Cryptek on the outside of the circle to get that flame weapon on them. See if I can do some damage with that. Well, that's it for Necron movement. Let's do some shooting. Starting here. Looks like just 2 gaunts and the big guy, so we'll do that first. This is the one against the big guy. Leadership 10, so I'm wounding on a 6. No. Against the 2 gaunts behind him, wounding on a 2. Oh, for goodness sake. 1 down. Now the rest of the rapid firing against the guy. 14 shots, hitting on a 3. Strength 5, I'm wounding on a 5. Oh wait. Ah no, that's the toughness 9 Tervigon. No, he's toughness 8 this time. I'm wounding on 6s. I just remembered. Oh, great. Come on, 6s. 1. He saves it on a 3+. Of course. Annihilation Barge. Same target. Shooting the Tervigon at the back. He hasn't moved, so everything's hitting on a 3. Bah. 6. Strength 7 on the black dice. Wounding on a 5. Strength 5 on the red dice. Wounding on a 6. Bloody iron arm. 2. He saves it on a 3+. And he saves. Okay, rolling for the arc. Onto my own Immortals. No. Onto those guys. Yes. How many times? Ooh, spicy. Strength 5, so it's going to wound them on a 2. And they will get a save of 6. That's 4 wounds. Now you do it from the perspective of the firing model, not from where it's arcing from. So I think actually they would get a 5+ cover for being behind that. They still failed. Does it arc onto this squad? And I've lost my dice. No. Eldritch Lance. Same target, on a 3. Oh, for goodness sake. That's all Necrons can do for shooting. That is not good enough. I think it's pretty much game over for the Necrons from here. We are getting swamped. On to the assault phase. One assault here, the Doom will go first. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh. 1 hit, he's now strength 7, because that's how many wounds he's got left. He's still wounding on 2s, and I get a 4+ armor save. Goodbye. 5 warriors left. Hitting on 4s. And wounding on a 4. Fail. I lost combat by 1. Do I break on leadership 9? I do not. Does he stand back up? He does. Over here, Mind Shackle Scarabs are in play, yes. Do we Mind Shackle this Tervigon? Leadership test on 3d6, he has leadership 10. Oh, he passed. Rubbish. Okay. He's initiative 2, I'm initiative 2, they're initiative 6, he's initiative 1. Actually, I think he's initiative 2 as well. Anyway, they go first. Still only 4 gaunts can actually hit, because they are within 2 inches of that one there. These are all too far away. Hitting on 4s. No more Furious Charge, so wounding on 5s, which means they can't re-roll this. Or they couldn't before, but that's not the point. Saving on a 3+. Saved. We'll do this Tervigon first, then this one. I think they're both initiative 2. Then we'll do my ones, regardless of who dies. So, this Tervigon onto the Lychguard. 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. He's strength 5. 2 wounds. 4+ invulnerable save. Oh man. That was the last of the Lychguard, so there's no reanimation protocols for them. But they do still get to attack back. We'll do this one next. 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Wounding on a 5. Toxin Sacs. That's a wound. He has 1 wound left. Now the 2 Lychguard that just died, attacking the Tervigon. And I'm really throwing dice around. Hitting on a 3. Good. Wounding on a 5. AP3. Now that Tervigon still has Feel No Pain on him, so he gets a 5 up, Feel No Pain. Both failed, and he's already got 4 wounds, so that is 1 dead Tervigon. Before we take him away, every Termagant within 6 inches of a Tervigon at time of death gets suffered from his backlash, which is 3d6 strength 3 hits. Is getting that squad, and unfortunately it's getting this squad too, as well as this squad. So let's roll some carnage. That squad. Ooh, that's nasty. 16 hits from his backlash. Wounding on a 4. And they get to save it on a 6. 1 saved. 6 are dead. So that's them. This squad. Wounding on 4s. Saving on 6s. 3 more. This squad. Fours. Saving on a 6. 1. 3 down. Only 2 left in that squad. Now he is removed as a casualty, and that is a slain Warlord. Moving on, the Overlord still gets his attacks against the Tervigon here. Let's use the red dice because he's important. 3 dice. Hitting on 3s. That's not too good. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. No saves, as it's AP2. However, I don't think he's going to last much longer, as he's only got 1 wound left. Tyranids, turn 4. Let's do some moving. Before I get too far ahead, last shooting phase, Necron's shooting phase, he should have done his life leech ability. We'll do that now. Poor old Doom of Malantai keeps getting missed out here. So, leadership test on 3d6. Failed by, that's 12, so by 2. No saves allowed. The Doom of Malantai should have then been, had 9 wounds. So yeah, no, he's back up to 9 wounds. And then we see if they reanimate, which they do not. Didn't matter because it didn't cause any wounds to the Doom last assault phase anyway. Also, after this assault, they consolidated in, they piled in 3 inches, but the gap is still too great. So they are now on their own and simply consolidate. So they're free to move. I shall continue with moving now. That's movement done. They're moving out to go for them. He's turned around. That's moved up to attack those Immortals. These have moved up. closing in on this Cryptek. He's turned around to have a go at this Annihilation Barge. They're going to help out the Doom with these warriors. So are they. So are they. And those four are going to try and get back into combat with that Lord. Now, we're doing everything out of order here because I am probably tired and I'm forgetting everything. So, without further ado, his psychic power, which is whatever it is, speeds his initiative up. Passed. D3. Means he's attacking at the same time as the Overlord. This is Mr. Ironarm. Passed. D3. 1. So he's now toughness 7 and strength 6. This one is going to put feel no pain. At this stage I don't think it really matters, but he's going to put feel no pain on this. That's perils, but it still goes off. So that's a wound on. 1 wound for you, buddy boy. Now, this still gets to spawn some gaunts, as he's still yet to roll a double. There, oh, he's finally rolled doubles, but 15 gaunts is not a bad way to go. I think these guys are done for. Now this guy's locked in combat, but he still gets to spawn gaunts, because he's still yet to roll doubles. Still no doubles. And there we are. Another large group of gaunts, and I've had to throw in some more unpainted warriors because I've run out of models once again. Okay, Tyranid movement finished. Let's get on with some shooting. First up, because it'll be hilarious, cluster spines on this squad. Narrowly missing my own. If it scatters back, then it'll be funny. On target. Nice one. Strength 5. Wounding on 3s. Saving on 3s. 1. These two firing. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Saving on a 3. Well, this isn't very good. 15 gaunts. Firing. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Saving on 3s. 1 more goes down. Oh, closest model is the Cryptek. Shall we do a lookout, sir? Why not? It's fun. Oh, he fails. He has to take the wound, 4+. He makes it. 6, same target. 4s. 4s. Cryptek still the closest. Lookouts there on a 4+. 2, oh, they're all passed. 3+ armour save. 1 down. Next closest. Oh, also, as it's the shooting phase, Doom of Malantai needs to do his life leech. I fail by 2, so that's 2 more dead warriors. And the Doom of Malantai is now up to 10 wounds. That's the end of the shooting phase. Actually, no, it's not. This squad shooting at the Cryptek. Fours. Fours. Cryptek saving on a 4. He goes down. Blah. Down once more. End of the shooting phase. Does he stand back up? He does. Within 3 inches of his last position. Do they stand back up? One of them does. Do these guys break? No. Do they stand back up? One of them does. Tyranid assault phase. I think this is it for the Necrons. These two declaring charge. They get to Overwatch. Just to add a little insult to injury. D3 for the Flamer. 1 hit against leadership of 6. Wounding on a 2. It wounds. That's 1 dead. And then 10 shots rapid fire. Hitting on 6s. 3 6s. Wounding on 2s. AP 4. Sorry, buddy. Him declaring assault. Distance 7 inches. Sorry, that's 8 inches. Either way, he's in. The 15 gaunts that are surrounding him also declaring charge. 7 inches. Declaring assault against the Annihilation Barge. Plenty. This squad declaring assault against the Warriors. 6 inches. Yes, I think they're in. This squad declaring assault against the Cryptek. Cryptek overwatching. Misses. Charge range. 6. Sadly, it's just shy. The Cryptek lives to fight another round. The squad of 4 assaulting through cover. That's 4 dice. Pick the 2 lowest. 4 inches. I think that's probably enough. The squad doing the same. Six inches. Yeah, they're in. This squad attempting charge. Failed. This squad attempting charge. 7 inches. That's enough. This assault first. His initiative 1's going last. These are going first. 11 of them can reach. That's 22 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s thanks to Adrenal Glands. Re-rolling because of Toxin Sacs. Immortals are saving it on a 3. Mortals, I'll roll them 3 dice at a time because the Cryptek would then be hurt next. So, on a 3, all saved, on a 3, 1 down, 2 down. Immortals and Cryptek fight back. He has to attack him. The Cryptek can choose, and he can choose. 2 Immortals, 1 Cryptek, hitting the Termagants on a 3. Wounding them on a 3. Suck. Yay. Termagant saving on a 6. Failed. Since you're already eager, you can go. Now, the 1 Immortal on the big guy, 1 attack, hitting on a 3, missed. Now the Tervigon hitting back, 4 dice on the charge, hitting on a 4. And he, because of Iron Arm, he is now strength 7. So he's winning on 2s. With no saves. Yeah, whatever. 1, 2. And a Cryptek. He dies right there. So I lost by 4. So on a leadership of 6, do I break? No, I don't. I just remembered I had counter-attack as long as I'm in divine deployment. Oh well, I think the result would have probably been the same. 4 Immortals and a Cryptek attempting to rise from the dead. Oh, Cryptek gets back up. So do 2 Immortals. And this lot pile in. Yes, all of these Termagants fighting these 3 warriors. That's another 11 Termagants. Even though there's 2 squads, I'm rolling them all together, hitting on a 4. They're not near a Tervigon, so they don't benefit from Adrenal, Glands or Toxin Sacs this time. So they will be wounding on 5s, and they won't get to re-roll. On a 5. 3 warriors, saving on a 4+. Ah, they're dead. Sorry boys, there's no coming back for you. Come here. Tervigon, to smash or not to smash? That is the question. Base strength 5 versus rear AV 11. Needing 6s to glance. I think to smash. 3 attacks base. To make smash attacks, you half your stat, rounding up. And then you gain an extra dice for charging. You add any bonus dice at the end. Did the Annihilation Barge move last turn? I do not believe it did, because I was trying to use the AP3 shots to kill one. So, they've already hit. Oh, also, 1 smash attack. Doesn't glance. So he's strength 10, needing 1s to glance. 1 glance and 2 pens. Well, the Annihilation Barge is dead, but does it blow up? adding 1 for AP2 and 1 for open topped. So adding 2 to this dice roll. It explodes. Distance 1 inch. Boring. Only hits the Tervigon. And wounds it on a 6. Oh! And he saves it on a 3. Ha! Now you see it. Kaboom! No, you don't. This assault. They ran through cover. They came through cover. He's initiative 2, so am I. Let's do me first. Mind Shackle Scarabs. Come on! Can he pass leadership test on 3d6? 10? That's a pass. How disappointing. Fine. 3 attacks from the Overlord. Hitting on a 3. All hit. Wounding on a 3 because I'm strength 7. 2 wounds, but he has feel no pain. Oh my sick. 3 attacks from the Tervigon. Hitting on 4s even. He's strength 5, so he's wounding on 4s. Ha! Okay. Now the Termagants. Let's see how many we've got in. 10 can get in, so that's 20 dice. Hitting on 4s. Tervigon's Adrenal Glands make them strength 4, so they're wounding on a 5. Only the 1. And because of the Overlord's Sempiternal weave, he has a 2+ armour save. Saved. The Lord lives again. That's the end of the assault phase. Not a lot of Necrons left. 1 Overlord. 1 Cryptek. Another Cryptek and 3 Immortals. And a sea of Tervigons. Well, Tyranids in general. Necron turn 5. What can we do? Not a lot. Necron movement. Just because it's probably going to be the easiest kill point. He's going to shoot that Doom of Malantai. They would have moved up by now. 11 Termagants can get in after pylon moves or something like that. Anyway, hitting a Lord on a 4. Wounding the Lord on a 4 thanks to Toxin Sacs. Lord saves on a 2+. The Lord will hit him first, hitting on 3s. You suck. Wounding on a 3. That's a wound. He has feel no pain, which he saves again. 3 attacks from the Tervigon coming back on the Overlord, hitting on a 4. Wounding on a 4. And I don't get a save. The Overlord's down. Consolidation, 1 inch. Consolidation, 1 inch. Consolidation, 5 inches. In fact, smart thing would be to do that. This assault here. 10 attacks from the Termagants. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. Saving on a 3. Suck. Two Immortals. One Cryptek. Immortals attacking the Gaunts. One hit. One wound. Saving on a 6. And it saves. Cryptek attacking the whatever the big thing is. Hits. Doesn't wound. The big thing attacking back. Hits. This could be it. He is strength 7 because of his iron arm. Wounding on 2s. That's 3 wounds which I cannot save. Those 2 go down. They consolidate. Big guy, 5 inches. Standing where his head would be. The 15 gaunts, 6 inches. Swarming around, making it impossible for him to come back with an ever-living roll, if he even makes it. Which he does, but not within 3 inches. Not going to work. So that's another kill point. The Lord, same thing. Does he come back? No, he doesn't. That's a Warlord's kill and another kill point. Tyranid turn 5. Like that. Like that. Because he's fun. Shooting. Leech life. Leadership test from the Cryptek. I think that's a fail. With no armor saves allowed. That's it. If at any point of the game one player has 0 models left on the board, then they lose. Tyranid victory. Look how many models they have on the board. The Necrons have been tabled on turn 5. Okay, so I forgot a few things here. In the Necrons' favour, I think. I forgot to bring the Doom of Malantai in on turn 2. He did a lot of damage on turn 3 when he did come in. But just couldn't kill the Tervigons quick enough. Putting the Lord at the front of the Lychguard would have been wiser. Would have gotten the Mind Shackle Scarabs in play a few more times, might have helped. But I was a bit disappointed that the AP3 weapons weren't able to do much. They just kept missing. Yeah, interesting game. Tyranids, Horde, Tervigonless. Was pretty effective. Even though the Tyranids win by default, quick tally on the kill points. Necrons got first blood. They also wiped out 2 Termagant squads that were spawned and a Tervigon, and they killed the Warlord, as well as that being a point. So that's 6. The Tyranids killed, they currently have Linebreaker, he does. They killed my Warlord, which is also worth a point. They killed my Immortals, Warriors, more Warriors, the Annihilation Barge and the DeathMarks. So 7, 8, no, I can't even count. 8 points to 6, but the Necrons were tabled. Pretty fun though, pretty fun game. Would be even more fun if I was playing against like another person rather than myself. Hey, never mind. I had some time on my hands. Hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching.